Hello, John.
Roger.
Find anything interesting?
Nah, I've been here hours. It's all rubbish.
Oh. Who's that, then?
Lucky George, that is. You never heard of him?
No. Why's he called Lucky?
Hello, what's this then? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Hi. Now, if I were to mention the films, The Graduate, Midnight Cowboy, and Tootsie, I think you'd know immediately who I was talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dustin Hoffman.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
No, he's not coming. I just think he's a great actor. I just think he deserves a round of applause. Jack Nicholson!
When an old Aborigine goes on what we call a walkabout, in that eerie, almost mystical time of twilight, he can hear the voices of his ancestors calling to him. Don't step in the kangaroo shit. So, last night, did you, Did I what? Did you, What?
Yeah.
You lucky bugger.
What about you and,
Who?
You and,
What, you mean,
Yeah.
No. No, well, we've,
I thought you and her were,
Oh, yeah, we were always, all night, sometimes.
So what happened then?
Well, she got fed up with that, wanted to have sex instead.
I'm standing by the village pond here in Norton-cum-Basset, which for the past 3 years has easily won the coveted title of Best Kept Village in Sussex. Nothing surprising about that, you might think, except when you consider that Norton-cum-Basset is actually in Dorset. Unbelievably, this picturesque village in the heart of the English countryside has fallen under the control of the mafia.
6 months ago, here in Hardy Country, violence flared. It was here, outside this public house, that Arthur Black was savagely murdered by a drug-crazed goat.
This was swiftly followed by the death of the local mayor. Elected on an anti-corruption ticket, he was found shot dead in his bed.
After the now infamous St. Biddulph's Day massacre, when these mean streets ran red with the blood of local Morris dancers, a shroud of silence fell over Norton-cum-Basset.
Good day to thee, my old pal, my old beauty. You ain't from around these parts, or my name is not Josiah Arkwright.
No, I'm from the BBC. I'm trying to find someone who'll talk to me about these murders.
Murders? Murders? There minds no murders around these neck of the woods. My old China, Gorlavadak Jimmy. Hey, boys?
Look, perhaps we should talk.
Come around to the snug, and I will...
But I seen it all from the very beginning.
One man who has suffered more than most is local businessman Mr. X.
They turned the church hall into a brothel with these women. Right? And they got no clothes on. They got the nighties and they doing the striptease and all that.
Bondage?
And they doing the bondage as well, that's right. And they go down there and they do that big full body massage in the sheep dip down there.
And they took revenge on you because you tried to expose this corruption.
I ran a bit of a bill there, you see, and I couldn't pay it. So they took their revenge and they cut it off.
What?
My electricity. It's all dark in here. That's the power they got in the village. To do that.
Much of the terror dates from the arrival of this man, Don Tonno Confagioli, the godfather of Dorchester, who moved into these palatial surroundings where he lives the life of an English country gentleman.
Oh. Okay, boom.
Terrible thing it is.
What's this, father?
Sex.
Yes, but don't you feel that...
Morning, Mr. Luciano. How are you, my darling?
All right.
The mafia.
The what?
The mafia, Father, the Cosa Nostra.
Yes, there's a little bit of high spirits among some of the boys. Really. Come in. Oh, living up to your old tricks again, I see you little scallywags. Too much masturbation, you see.
I finally tracked Don Tonno down to a small eatery on the lower east side of Norton Cumbasset.
Don Tonno, I'm from the BBC. People have got a right to know.
Yes.
Don Tonno, are you or are you not the leader of the mafia in Dorset today?
He cannot talk to you. See, he cannot talk to you. His mouth is full of cotton wool. Okay, come on, out of here, no comments, go on, Liz, come on. Hey, what do you want to leave comes back?
Perhaps the most telling testimony to the power of Don Tonno Confagioli is this, the Norton Cumbasset bypass with its controversial spaghetti bolognese junction. This is Jonathan Peters inside the central pylon of Junction 4.
Here we are. Nearly finished. I must say, it's an odd request. I don't say I've ever had to do this before.
Oh, well, I'm a bit of an angling freak, you know. Last week I broke the British pollock record. Caught an absolute beauty off New Haven. So I thought, I think I'll have a pair of pollocks tattooed on my back.
Pollocks. Right, shall we try it then?
Yeah, go on.
All right. How's that?
Nah, it's as dead as a doornail. Took out the video of Midnight Express last night.
Oh, right, yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Horrendous.
Yeah.
£3.50 a night.
What happens in that?
Well, it's about a bloke. He's smuggling drugs out of Turkey, and he gets put in jail for life because of the drugs. Yeah.
Cool, that is terrible, yeah.
Dope.
He was to get caught, wasn't he, really?
No, dope was what he was smuggling out, you know.
Oh, right, yeah.
Cannabis, hashish.
Yeah. Where was he taking it then?
He was taking it to the States.
Oh, right. What was he going to do with it then?
Well, he was going to peddle it.
Oh. Well, I thought you smoked it.
After you've peddled it.
Oh, right, I see, yeah. Right. So what, like a bicycle, you mean?
No, you know, look, with like pushing it, you know, pushing it.
What, so you do a little pedalling and then you get off and you push it?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. But it's terrible, isn't it? All them drug pushers, right? Because I think they're like the scum on the backside of humanity, aren't they?
I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
You can always tell a drug pusher. Always tell a drug pusher.
How's that then?
They look exactly like you or me.
Or like you, yeah.
Or like me.
Or not me, yeah.
But you can always tell them.
Yeah.
There's that certain something about them that gives them away.
What is that then?
It's the way they come up to you and say, do you want to buy some drugs?
Giveaway, yeah. Well, like that, it's terrible with that Paul McCartney, though, isn't it?
Oh, what was he doing on me? What was it all about? I don't know. Yeah, he was coming through customs. He got pinched by the nips, didn't he?
Yeah, oh dear. It's painful, isn't it, when that happens?
He was busted by the Japanese.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. I don't understand it. Why does he do that?
Why does he do it?
He writes them lovely little songs, every lovely little love songs he writes.
Right.
And he's got all the money and he lives on a farm with all his sheep and he's married to that Linda, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see why he takes them. Yeah, sure. But he only takes them, though, right? Like Paul McCartney, it's like a social thing, doesn't he? I mean, like, when he takes them more like a little bit of cannabis in his gin and tonic or something like that, you know. Right?
One thing will lead to another.
That is true, yeah.
There's a little kid round our way.
Yeah.
That's a tragic story.
I don't want to hear it.
It's a tragic story. He started off on the extra strong mints.
Yeah.
Then he was sniffing the inside of the coffee grinder.
Oh, right.
Then it was the glue.
Yeah.
Then it was the pills. And finally, smack.
His dad fetched him one day.
No, smack.
Oh, right.
Smack. The big E.
Big E?
Heroin.
Oh, right.
Claimed a lot of people over the years.
It's a terrible death toll.
Terrible death toll. Back in the 60s, some of those...
in the 60s,
Some of those rock stars.
Those pop stars, yeah.
Jimmy.
Jimmy, yeah.
Janice.
Yeah. Jimmy who?
Jimmy Hendrix.
Oh, yeah, right,
Yeah, Lenny.
Lenny, yeah. Janice who?
Janis Joplin.
Oh, Janis Joplin, right, yeah.
Yeah. You know, me and Bobby McGee.
You and all, eh?
No, that was her song.
Oh, that was her song, oh, right, yeah. Bobby McGee,
yeah. Lenny.
Lenny, yeah.
Bruce.
Both of them, yeah. Yeah, and there was Sammy that he got done with for drugs,
Sammy.
Sammy, yeah.
Sammy who?
Sammy Patel. Unrelated discipline fell on his head and smashed, you know, he was terrible. Most awful damage, yeah.
Terrible.
Terrible, yeah. That's the drugs for you, isn't it?
Well, it is. You see, but nowadays...
Yeah.
Nowadays, of course, it's all the rage is this, cocaine. Cocaine. Oh, yeah. It's rife amongst the knobs, mate.
Well, I thought you took it up your nose.
Could you tell Mr. Dupre that under no circumstances are we prepared to accept an increase in our share of the community budget unless we once and for all settle the matter of the rebate?
Certainly. Under no circumstances is he prepared to consider increasing...
In French, please.
Well, can't he speak English?
Well, if you could speak English, I wouldn't need an interpreter, would I?
Do you speak English?
Look, are you an interpreter or not?
Of course I am.
Do you speak French?
Like a native.
Well, ask him the question in French, then.
Right, all right. I've forgotten the question.
Just say, under no circumstances can we accept an increase until we get a rebate.
Bonjour.
Get on with it.
Look, I'm just being polite, that's all.
Look, just ask him the question.
All right. Keep your hair on.
What are you doing?
Looking up the French for circumstance.
I don't believe this. What sort of an interpreter are you?
Look, nobody's perfect.
Ah, here we are.
Circoncire.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, have a look there.
That's not circumstance, that's circumcised.
Well, I just wondered if he was, that was all.
Look, if you can't do the thing, can we get somebody
surely,
who's... Will you shut up?
Quoi? Il a dit, taisez-vous.
Alors, dites-lui, allez vous encoller chez les Bédouins.
Yes, he said, why don't you make love to yourself in the tent of the Bedouin up the bottom? I think it was Bedouin anyway.
Amigo, hey, 5 years ago, I come to America. I don't have a dime. Now, I have a dime.
And now they can in League Division 4. Scunthorpe 0, Crewe 0. Port Vale 1, Halifax 2. Rochdale 0, Chester 1. God dear. Torquay 2, Wrexham 1. God, who's interested in this stuff? Burnley 1. Ugh. Colchester 0. Some boring old market town in the middle of nowhere 1. Obscure coal mining village 1. Dreary seaside resort 2. Some anonymous urban barnacle off the A1 0. Deadly dull suburb of some northern industrial city 3. Godforsaken fishing port 0. Hideous East Midlands non-entity that doesn't even get a signpost at Spaghetti Junction 0. Intolerably ugly West Country sprawl that wasn't helped by a town planner having a fit one Friday afternoon 1. Depressing huddle of 1 up, 2 downs and 1 Asian greengrocer dwarfed by a derelict dockyard and 3 giant electricity furnaces belching green smoke all day that's twinned with a town in Belgium that doesn't even exist 1. Aldershot 0.
Hi. You might know my face. I'm an actor. I was quite famous in a way in the early 70s. Did a lot of Z cars, Softly, The Brothers, that sort of thing. And then the film, of course, in 78. Well, I liked it. It seemed good to me, but there we are. It bombed. It was banned. Destroyed. And it was right about then, of course, that things started going wrong for me. You know, the office just dried up. I was out of luck and out of work. And, my wife left me. And drink was my only escape. I hit the bottle hard and slid downhill fast. I haven't worked since 1979. So, under those circumstances, and with the added inducement of quite a large sum of money, I'm quite prepared to say that Nescafe is a bloody good cup of coffee.
Pass us a drill. Here, Sarge.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this?
Why do bears shit in the woods? Why does Terry Wogan have 3 programmes a week? And why do homosexuals fiddle with each other in lavatories? Ours is not the reason why. Ours is to hang about on carsy roofs and nick panty wasters. Let's have a butcher's.
Yeah, but Sergeant, I mean, we're traffic police.
Never mind that now.
I mean, we're supposed to be looking after the Hanger Lane gyratory system.
The Hanger Lane gyratory system can look after itself.
No, it can't. That's the problem with the Hanger Lane gyratory system. Sergeant, I'm worried about the car. Somebody might...
Sod the car. It's not all glamour in the modern police force, lad. I tell you, when somebody uses one of these cubicles for its intended purpose, it's like a breath of fresh air.
Hello? We've got a customer. Have we? Yeah. Is there anybody with him?
No, not that I can see, no.
Well, how are we going to nick him, then?
Use your imagination, lad. He may be just about to expose himself.
Yeah, but he's got to expose himself, hasn't he? I mean, otherwise he'd ruin his trousers, wouldn't he? I mean...
There is more than one way of exposing yourself, right? You can expose yourself in a decorous and manly way.
Yeah.
Or you can expose yourself in a suggestive way.
Suggesting what?
Suggesting you're a shirt lifter. Let's just say that more than 3 shakes constitutes a criminal offence. Oh, here comes another one. Yes, we've got a bit of okey pokey on the horizon.
Go on, let's have a look.
Get off. This is my hole, and I'm looking through it. Oh, blimey, they're all coming in now. Must be chucking out time at the Black Cap.
Oh, I don't know why we're doing this. I mean, nobody can see them.
Well, I can see them, can't I? No, I can't. They must be moving about. Let's have a go at this drill again.
No, give me that. So I don't think it's right. We should do this.
This is a public service we are doing, son. What would your old grey-haired grandmother say if she could see what was going on down there now?
She'd say she was in a long lavatory, wouldn't she?
Well, your granddad, then. He'd get a bit of a shock, wouldn't he?
He'd get even more of a shock if he looked up and saw you drilling a hole so you could have a peek at him.
I am not peeping. This is a routine surveillance, and if you don't shut up, I shall miss the routine. Yeah, just as I thought. Right, let's get a picture of them. Give us that camera.
No, I don't want to. No, come, give me that.
All right, gorgeous. You're nicked.
First, the main points of the news. A plane crashed in Spain today, killing all of its 350 passengers. 2 Britons were among the dead. In Peru, an earthquake has brought devastation to the village of Santa Maria. Homes and shops were destroyed, and 14 people were killed. But it doesn't matter much because they were all South American, and it's an awfully long way away. A bomb went off last night in the bar of the Hilton Hotel in Cairo. No Britons were killed, but the dead include, in order of importance, 2 Americans, 3 South Africans, and 1 Australian. A Frenchman was also among the dead, but his English wasn't very good. Others among the dead were just a load of darkies who hadn't even bothered to learn English. And finally, in a Madrid bar, a Briton has been slightly hurt by a remark made about the cut of his suit. We'll be talking to members of his family later on in the programme.
I don't want to take my medicine. I don't want to wet the bed. I don't want to stay and gibber all day. I just want to bang my head. Oh, rock and rollers never die. They just carry on moving. We're gonna rock all day, gonna rock all night. As long as my bowels are moving. Just rock and roll, I need to hear. I'm a little bit deaf in one ear. Just me and the night and the rock and roll band. And a little bit of trouble with my prostate gland. I got wrinkles on my fingers. I got wrinkles on my toes. I got wrinkles on my wrinkles. And wrinkles up my nose. Rock and rollers never die. We never get a chance. We gotta keep on rocking to the rhythm of the beat. Although it's painful in these incontinent pants. Hey. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Not particularly, no.
You're never too old to rock and roll. It only looks that way. She was just 17, if you know what I mean, so I better keep out of her way. People try to put us down, talking about my operation. Shake it to the left, shake it to the right. Shaky, shaky, shaky every night. You never get too old to rock and roll as long as you're still breathing. You never get too old to rock and roll if you've got all your teeth in.
Of course, what bothers me, right?
Yeah.
Is that nobody seems to pay the slightest bit of attention, right, to anything I say.
Well, you know why that is, don't you?
Why?
Well, you talk through your arse most of the time, don't you? Exactly.